Thug Duck, you're my #1 supporter, apparently, Thug Duck. Let's go, dude. Sean Smith must be #1. Says you're #1, buddy. Oh, fuck, man. What a day. Look at this shit, bro. Look at this goober. This guy goes, guy's never worked a day in his life and he's wearing a high-vis shirt. Oh yeah, this fucking loser. Wearing a high-vis shirt. Guy's never worked a day in his life and he's wearing a high-vis shirt. Fuck you, bud. Suck my cock. It's like, fuck, dude, if I wasn't working. He's a cocksucker. Yeah, he's definitely a fag. Bro, it's just like, if I wasn't working, I would literally be sitting here streaming for fucking 12 to 14 hours every day. Like, come on, bro. Trust me, bro. Trust me, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, man.
Starvin Gang, what up, guys?
There it is.
Saw you on tour this past spring, and just want to shout out Eldis for one of the most impressive plumber's cracks of all time while setting up the mics before the
Eldis
show.
does have his
Really
ass
put
out
Albania
setting
on
up
the
the
map
mics. I've seen your ass so much when you're fucking setting up the mics.
For the show, really put Albania on the map with that one, and that image has been burned into my brain since then. My girlfriend and I are both 30, been together a year and a half. I love her. She's great. We recently moved in together and are currently decorating. Most of the furniture is hers. I let her pick out the dining table. She has a lot of artwork, but it's all good because she has nice taste. Her main hobby and source of exercise is pole fitness or pole dancing.
Pole dance?
She goes to classes a couple times a week. Totally cool. Completely support it. The issue is that now she wants to install a pole in the townhouse that we're renting.
Nice.
We each have our own offices for when we work from home, and she's put it in there, but the ceiling is vaulted and too high for the pole. The only real option is our main floor between the kitchen and living room, right in the middle of everything. I was cool with the pole in her office, of course. It's her spot. But the idea of it being kind of a centerpiece of the house has been getting to me a little bit. I already said I was fine with it because I understand the options are limited, but now I'm thinking, do I get to frame my Ed Reed jersey and put that on the living room wall? Like, do I get to add something that typically wouldn't go in a common area? Maybe Saudi Baby calendar, for example. On one hand, I love that she'll be able to practice her pole moves at home and be able to exercise, but it just feels like a lot.
Yeah, he definitely did write that down. And it's funny he said that because I was thinking the exact same thing.
It's very produced.
Yeah.
Love that she'll be able to practice her pole moves at home.
Yeah.
You can hear him. You can hear him just reading each sentence by sentence. No joke. Like, you almost feel his fucking gaze going with it.
Exercise, but it just feels like a lot in the center of the house on top of most of your stuff already decorating the place. So let me know if I'm being a little bitch about this or if you'd be cool with a pole in your living room. Appreciate it, y'all. Thanks for the laughs.
I mean, you kind of are being I don't know. Who fucking cares?
I mean, it really doesn't sound like he has an actual problem. It sounds like he wants to tell people about the townhouse.
Right.
Damn, Thug Duck, I'm a cocksucker. Oh, shit.
Also, don't
Shots fired.
To you getting, I don't know, your dick.
Shawnee boy, what's up?
Hanging on the pole or something, or, I mean, as an eyesore, as a decoration eyesore, it's kind of back to what we were talking about, like it's like you putting a squat rack in the middle of your fucking house, which is like, Some people put a fucking treadmill in their living room
Well,
if
it
they
wasn't in
actually
the
use
middle
it.
of my house. I mean,
It was in your
it was in
bedroom.
the bedroom. It
Is
was
Galinoti? Let's go,
I
baby.
lived by myself.
Appreciate you, Sean.
I know, it just was like you would put away your fucking.
Look at they have number one fans now apparently on YouTube.
And then I did.
Who's your
and
number
now-
one
now that
fan?
room- Now it's in its own room. I have a
Okay.
gym in there because the gym used to be the racing.
Where was this 5 years ago when my YouTube was popping? Fuck.
And these are things you don't have to worry about. If you know.
Yeah, true.
Now you got to deal with poles,
yeah.
stuff like that.
I mean, whatever.
If a woman moved away my F-16 cockpit to put
Nah, you're definitely talking about Sean. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I have, well, it's not really an F-16, so I sort of, it's more like an Su-30.
And what do you play? War Thunder?
DCS.
Okay.
What's DCS?
DCS, Digital
The
Combat
dick sucking game. Got him.
Got his ass. That's a flight simulator, basically.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's
Yeah.
pretty sick. I mean, look. So we have two hobbyists here.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be mad if a bitch put a fucking pole in your living room? I wouldn't really.
Oh no, he's
It's a
Oh,
pole
no.
also, by the way. That's it. Sometimes that shit's in rooms. I don't know. I mean, basically the problem is you got steamrolled in these negotiations. You're like, oh, would she have a problem if I put something of my own? I don't know. Why don't you fucking ask her instead of writing a little essay and asking the podcast?
That is a good point. I'll go as far to say this guy has the personality of someone who kills his family.
I think Sean deserves number one. I think it's a first come, first served position, brother.
Time here for this show.
Yes.
But my impression thus far is the answer to every single question is "fuck you."
Not every time.
It seems like
I
it's
would
mostly.
say- I'd say a
call
third
in.
of the time.
They go, "Fuck you." I said, what the hell is this? Nick's Last Resort, folks? Is that where we're at?
I think, look, in general terms, like, your partner asking to put something in the common area is like, you have to be like, yeah, do I have a problem with it? Is a pole that big? A pole is pretty small. And it's like, you know, the benefits could be she's doing a little pole dance.
I'm sure Shiny Boy will get up to number one in no time, to be honest.
Fucking your bitch stripping for you or whatever.
This whole number one fan bullshit seems to be new.
I don't see why that's a problem, but the problem is you already said, yeah, you can do it. And now you're like, well, what do I do? You know, that's not fair. But it's like, you should have said that when she asked you, but you folded because she asked you, you know, you hadn't gotten yourself ready to disagree with your significant
Yeah, I would say if
other.
you're already being this passive aggressive, just go down that road.
Yeah.
Start wiping on the pole.
Right, but your ass.
Keep it as simple as you can.
Just rub on it when she's not
Word.
home. And then when she's like, "What the fuck is this like?" And then you're like, "I don't know."
I don't know. Maybe
And
it's
then
your
eventually
pussy.
she gets a horrible fucking yeast infection and dies. She dies. And then now it's your pole.
Now it's your pole. You can do whatever you want with it,
You can
dude.
keep it there, but you'll know that's what happens if somebody disrespects you.
You notice that he's not saying, like, an example of something.
Oh,
That
wait, this is unrelated, but like, how about like a gay guy that's got like guys' asses mounted around it like a hunter would?
Yeah, I like that.
And so it's like all the guys he's fucked
He's
to
fucked
death.
in the ass. Oh, to death.
Yeah,
Nice.
To death.
Like their rear, like you know
Right.
the thing you can fuck. It's like the guy's dick in his ass.
Yep.
It's those, but backwards.
Yeah,
They're all
yeah,
mounted
yeah.
on plaques around his house. He looks like the Jumanji guy.
Yeah.
Just like the Jumanji guy.
I'm gay and I've killed these many guys with my dick. Yeah, that's interesting, man.
What if you did that?
Streamlabs is number 3 fan. Oh my god.
Hits you.
How the fuck is Streamlabs allowed to be a fan? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, hang them
Streamlabs will end up being number 1 fan soon.
Fuzzy painting of Joe Camel.
That's not cool.
He's got huge tits and you're sucking his dick.
Yeah, and he's smoking his own penis like a cigarette.
That ain't cool.
That would be fair. That would be a fair counter to this thing you agreed on.
He's pulling the sunglasses down.
He's smoking his own dick. He's got huge tits. Now, is it connected to him or is it like
It's connected to
disemboweled?
him, yeah,
Okay, yeah. Yep.
And you hang it from the pole.
You could get something like that by the pole. You're like, well, you got something for the living room. I got something for the living room.
My stuff.
Fair's fair.
It says Nintendo GameCube.
But yeah, man, the basic lesson here is just actually address things when they come up. And if you've changed your mind, you can do that. But you just have to go up to her and be like, sorry, I don't actually like the pole here. But I think ultimately, just suck it up and like the pole. And then if she's not using it, you could be like, hey, you don't ever fucking use this thing and it's an eyesore. And, you know, whatever. Or get that fucking painting. It sounds good. Next question, Eldest.
Question is, it's a little bit of a classic with a twist on it. I promise there's some context that absolves me of some of my scumbaggery,
Okay.
but I'll get into it. So, trans woman, if that's not apparent, I have been
Very apparent.
transitioning for 10 years now, and 2 years.
Bro, I hate when fucking people talk like that, man. So, like, oh my god. Fuck, I just want to punch this person in the fucking face.
ago, I was able
I can't even watch this video. Like, that voice is just gonna, like, nails on a chalkboard to me. Just want to punch that motherfucker right in the throat. Can't do it. Can't do it. Oh my god.
I have a bit of a dilemma here. So, my father, he's in his late 50s. He's been single for a while, but he finally this past year got himself a girlfriend.
Nice.
Super happy for him. But this Christmas, when, me and his girlfriend's family all met up to meet each other, I ended up hooking up with his girlfriend's daughter.
Give him the sound.
And for context, she's 29, I'm 23.
Yes.
So, like, I don't really feel bad about it. I would do it again for sure. The only problem is she's had a boyfriend for like 10 years.
Ooh.
And she keeps texting me and like calling me.
Oh, God.
And wanting to, give me googly eyes and stuff. And it's been a few weeks now, and I don't know how to tell her, like, I'm not really interested in being with her. Like, we can't really do that, considering we're almost step siblings.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks now, and I just don't know how to let her down. Any advice would be...
All right, there's two couples you need to break up. You need to break up this girl and her boyfriend. You need to break up your dad and his girlfriend.
Yo, this guy's a G.
Well, it's one or the other. Well, no, it's that. Yeah.
You got two fences to clear.
That's
here.
true. That's true. Well, look, it's just dad and girlfriend. You can keep cucking this guy. Who cares? Interesting stuff here. I mean, and he's 23, so you got to give him a pass.
You're holding a grenade with the pin out. Right now.
You give him a pass, but it's so funny to be like, I'm so happy for my dad. Now, the second I could, I fucked it up for him.
Yeah.
The second I could, the second it made me feel a little good, I blew up the life he's been painstakingly trying to build.
I prioritized my bodily urges over his well-being. But
You're such a fucking little cocksucker.
I will continue to do it.
Yeah.
But
how do I tell him not that? And he's like, yeah, I would fuck her again, but I don't know. We're step siblings.
Wait a second. I'm in awe of how cool this guy is.
Yeah, he's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. But it's like, come on. I mean, but again, put yourself in his shoes. You're 23.
Yeah.
A 29-year-old girl that's like your dad's girlfriend's daughter, offers to suck your dick. None of us are saying no. So I totally get where he's coming from. But you just have to be like, hey, I mean, all you can say. The problem is, here's the big problem. You're fucked because this girl's clearly insane. Like the fact that you'd be texting, like, it's one thing to be like, get swept up in the Christmas spirit and suck
what
some
did we
cock.
just do? Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
this was
yeah.
a mistake.
It's one thing to do that. It's another thing to constantly text you and like you're her mom. You know, you're who you are in her relation to her mom. She's also in a relationship for 10 years, which, by the way, that's crazy. 19, getting in a relationship when you're 19. You might just be catching her when she's trying to sabotage her life.
Yeah.
She might hate her life, and she's doing the craziest shit she could possibly think
She's in a
of.
common law situation.
Yeah, you just have to be like, hey, like, I just don't want to affect our parents' relationship, which is so funny to say. Just be like, break up, hit me up, but until
that's
then,
a brilliant excuse for when it comes time to, but like, you gotta end this and
Pretty
hope,
valid
and
too.
hope that it doesn't fuck up your dad's relationship.
Yeah.
But like, ultimately though, you didn't really do anything wrong here.
you did something awesome.
Yeah.
The only, I mean, no, I'm of two minds. The part of me that thinks
four
teachers that
fucking
fuck their students
4 seeds
shouldn't go to jail. Like female teachers that fuck their male 17-year-old students shouldn't go to jail. Thinks you're a fucking awesome guy. But the part of me that like you didn't do anything. You did. This is just too complicated, and you probably shouldn't have done it if you wanted to keep things, like how they were going for your family. But and even though it's completely understandable, we know where you're coming from. But yeah, you just have to cut this shit off. Hope she fucking comes to her senses. But like for me, all I would worry about is what if this girl blows his spot up?
Yeah.
Like what this could actually make it. Like his dad might be, like if put yourself in his dad's shoes, you're like, fuck. Like part of you is like my son's cool, but the other part
I think any real dad would just sort of just be like, that's my boy.
He's gonna
yeah, but
Let's
this,
go out.
but his
That's what I would be
worked for
saying.
years.
Yeah.
Remember, his dad couldn't get a girlfriend. He's in his
But the dad's
50s.
gonna try to lower the
He might be a
temperature.
His
dork.
time's over though. His time's over.
You're right. You know what? Never mind. If your dad's mad at you, he's a fucking bitch.
He's already
You're
getting
fucking
into
cool.
heaven.
Fuck this whore. Fuck her a couple more times. I don't, for all I give a fuck.
If you get found
Next
out,
question.
Tell her you love her and you want to run away from with her and get her to quit her relationship, and then don't call her back after.
Then tell her you want to do that, and then go to like the Middle East, and then burn her passport and leave. Then you're good, bro.
Shanghai
Leave that
or in
bitch in
Iran.
Bahrain.
Oh my god.
That's fucking gold. Bahrain. No.
Hey, what's going on, Stav? Big fan. Man, recently I made a big mistake. I went to the strip club one night and spent a lot of money. The next morning, I was trying to text my buddy, show him how I could commit
fraud. Right. Classic move. Pause this, by the way.
Get a hold of my
classic move, by the way. And I don't know if we're gonna step on this guy's question, but we had a friend. Actually, you know him too. I'll tell you who after the pod. We had a friend who would stop when the ATM says make it rain at strip clubs and then report his debit card stolen at 6 a.m. the next morning.
Oh my God, who was it?
I'll tell you afterwards.
Bleep it. Who was it?
It was actually out of everyone.
What?
He was right. Yeah. He did this multiple times, and he was telling us about it. And I was like, "Damn, you're a fucking genius." I was like, "You're a genius," but I was like, "Damn, I didn't know you were that. You had that scumbag in you." That's a real scumbag move on both ends. It's like you didn't use the money, but it's also smart because it's like, yeah, if someone stole your debit card, that is a thing you would do with a debit card. Is you would just go to a strip club, you know what I mean? So
it's what my brother should have done.
It's really what your brother should have done. Yeah. He's seen a couple titties, stole, you know what I mean? Like, enjoy yourself, but no, he couldn't. He couldn't just in that apartment by himself.
This took a turn immediately.
Well, we'll find out. Let's see what he has to say here.
Get a hold of my bank holder and tell them that I didn't spend all that money so I could get it back. And I accidentally sent the text to my girlfriend.
What? Wow.
And she ended up calling me.
All right.
Can you pause it again?
Sure.
Screaming.
Don't text anyone fraud instructions. You can't put that shit in writing.
Yeah, dude. That's a voice note. Preferably it's a call, but yeah, do not put it in writing. Yeah, his email, he puts it in email. Anyway.
And she broke up with me, and now I'm trying to get her back. We've been together for almost 4 years. I don't know, maybe you got some advice on that. I feel like it wasn't a big deal. I went to the strip club. It's not like I was finger banging anybody. But yeah, maybe you got some insight on that. Thanks, man.
Okay, interesting.
There's lots of parts here.
Yes, please.
It's not just that you went to the strip club.
Right.
Oh, it wasn't a big deal. I went to the strip club. It's like, no, you were texting somebody instructions.
Yes.
On how to commit felonies.
Yeah.
So it shows two different layers of this character.
Scumbag, yeah. Two different levels of scumbag. Going to a strip club, who gives a fuck?
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong as long as you're tipping nice. These are working girls, okay?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. But yes, I think, is it possible? Now, if your girlfriend is just mad at you because of the strip club and she's glossed over the fraud, that's actually kind of a red flag on her part.
Yeah,
you're like, what kind of woman is this? Not calling me out on my bullshit. Like, you really should be madder about this other thing. So, but yeah, you didn't just go to a strip club. You went to the strip club, spent way more money than you have, and then try to fraud your way out of it. You understand that's way more than just the strip club, right? And so that's probably her problem. And so you've tried to get her back. I mean, I don't know. What would, Emmy, if somebody went to strip club, seems like you don't
I'm
mind
fine with
at all.
the strip club.
But what if someone committed fraud, or what if somebody texted you fraud? Also, you sort of almost made her an accomplice by texting her instead of your friend.
And your friend too. I mean,
and your friend. Yeah.
Dude, he's got the pet too. Oh my god, man.
It's a bit messy.
It's very messy.
A bit sloppy.
Very sloppy.
Oh, dude, he's got the pet too, bro. I'm fucking jealous. That's what I was working up for on my main, man. That's what I was working towards on my main. The dag pets. The Rax pet. Redeem the toke. You're a demon, Shawnee boy. Oh shit. Yeah. Fuck, dude, I can't wait to get to World 420, bro. I got you, Sean. What a G. I was just like, what the hell? I thought that was just some random guy for like, but no, I totally remember. I totally remember that man's. I totally remember that man's. All right. People at my work today, bro, were talking about, oh, it's so hot, it's so hot. Like, fuck, it wasn't even that hot. There've been way hotter days this year. I'm just like sitting there thriving all day, man. Thriving. Fuck, I could have done. If I had to do that job every day, I'd be able to do that. I could do it, bro. I swear. Okay, what do we do here? I mean, we could go do some moons, but I want to get some other shit done, like diaries and stuff tonight. Get a Slayer task. The Mastering Canvas. Kill a Banshee in the Slayer Tower. Have a Sabat in Canvas. Kill a Ghoul. Looks like we have a couple quests that we need to do. You down for whatever? I think I'm gonna get some of these diaries. Diaries done, you know? First things first, I'm gonna go use these 30,000. Blessed bone shards. Go use. Oh, yeah, I'll take that. Don't talk to me. Talk to the princess. May kiss you instead. Blah blah blah. Thanks, homeboy. Wicked. Go get some wines, eh? Good old sweet corn. What do I need for the Western Provinces? Here we go. One day soon, I want to do some thieving here too. It'd be nice. Get some extra cash. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. I'll just go buy another inventory of wines. $14.79. I can almost play on World 420, boys. Oh my god, let's go. I can almost talk again on World 420, baby. Oh, we're so close. We're so fucking close. Loki, I might just do Winter Todd. Just stack up some levels. Kind of tempting. Pretty tempting. Pretty fucking tempting. Be super easy too. Let's go with that. Brother. Humid indeed. So we'll go get OSRS XP. Barak Hard Diaries. 6,600. You've achieved 153 kudos. Okay. Lumbridge. 50 range. That's what's holding me back. What level am I? 49. Oh, there's some scare for a range level? I have to do that. I have to do some scare for a range level there. Okay. Well, we've got an idea. I've got an idea of what we're doing. So, at least we have a path to justice. Okay. Let's go bask in the glory of the Shrine of Rylos. From a sprint, we got 50. Almost a mil an hour right now, XP total. Jeepers, mister. XP gain, 15k already. God damn. I just thought of a way to make this even faster. Just note my wines. Note the wines and then go over to the guy and have him unnote. Seems like it's faster. You definitely get the XP here. That's for sure. I'm getting like 1.5 mil right now an hour. I've already got 45k XP just from that. And I have to go get me some more blessed jugs of wine. But the XP per hour is dropping rapidly, right? Like it will even out. I'll probably end up around like 500k once I have to run back. What the fuck? There we go. I was lagging. My stream is lag. My shit is lag. Teleport home real quick. What I'm gonna do. So 11,000 was a full inventory. So I'll need a whole nother inventory. Nah, it was me lagging, brother. I figured I'd let it be known. Figured I should let it be known. Alright, I'm putting my webcam back up here. I'm gonna go buy me some more wines, a whole nother inventory of wine, and I should be able to use these wines here on the guy and unnote them. Like, big brain shit, you know? Save me from running back and forth to the bank. No, it was just me, gentlemen. Fuck, I'm not on the other side of the wall. Cringe. I think I am going to do some moons later, though. I don't even know if I want to do my diaries. I might just do the diaries on the weekend. I think I'll just do the diaries on the weekend. I'll just dedicate a whole day on the weekend to questing and shit. Literally, that's what I'll do. And what I'll do is I'll work up to Morning's End too. I want to do that quest so bad because then I can create death runes, man. And then I'll just go back to the Guardians of the Rift after a little while. Make a shit ton of death runes. Yep. It's all coming together very nice. A whole weekend just to fucking banging out all of these quests here. As far as the eye can see. Been a while since I just, sat here and just did quests. By the end of next week, I'll have 75 ranged. Well, I shouldn't say that. Like, it just depends on Moon's RNG. Need 5 more pieces, man. That's it. My next piece is going to be the blue moon legs. Calling it now. It's got that gut feeling, bro. I just got that gut feeling. Fairy Tale 2, Cure Queen, cringe. That quite sucks. 57 herb. My big adventure. At least 60%. That's gonna suck. Here we go. Um, maybe this weekend. Maybe this weekend. Just kind of depends, brother. Like I got a lot of shit to do. I want to be able to play Black Ops 1 when I have a lot of time, you know what I mean? I have a lot of shit coming up in the next like month. I want to get a game going and have it fucking be while I go away camping or whatever, you know? It just suck. Only exchange bones. Suck my flaccid penis, homeboy. That's gay as shit. I mean, should do fucking juggies too, bro. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Oh, I can't believe it, man. I don't even need to go into the moons. Whoops. Let's go bless these bad boys. Get some more XP. Gonna definitely get another XP, another level in prayer here. We working it, man. We working it. 1482. 1482. We're almost 1500. We're almost to World 420, boys. Monumental. XP gained 115k. Holy fuck. That's pretty nuts. So got 10,000 to go. My other one got. This is my main now. Paul Miller. This is my main account now. And look at that, 64 prayer, baby. Yes, sir. I gave away everything on my main account to my buddy Squirmer, aka the Tickler. and yeah. Here I am now. Kinda really want to do some Zora. Been jonesing for it. Been really jonesing for it. So that's what I'm working towards, you know? I could sit here and zone out at Zora for fucking 2 weeks right now. Especially if I got that twin flame staff. Ooh. Hell yeah. When what's next in line? We got Green Log Moons. We Green Log Moons, and then we go get a Zerker ring, I think. Well, no, what we do is we go get 75 ranged, and then Fire Cape, and then a Zerker. That's what we do.
Ready? It's 23 degrees, Saturday, London, barbecue. Why not? That's just what we need to do. Oh, this is food you want to eat. You know, it's hot. You don't want to eat heavy. I don't know, saying that, I had a burger for lunch, and then I ate risotto, and now I'm going to eat sea bass. But sea bass, if it's just the one thing you're going to eat, this is going to be a lovely light fish dish that you could do on a weekend. Boom, lovely wild bass there. So it's been trimmed up for me by the lovely guys at Notting Hill Meat and Fish. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna butterfly it. So to butterfly a fish, you've gotta come in under the backbone here and take it out the wrong way. So basically keep the two fillets together. And so what you wanna do is come in behind here, behind the head. Behind the head. Okay. And take the head off for this one. Make a lovely fish stock with that head. There's one thing about setting it, you need to be efficient when you're setting up outside. You've got to have everything ready. You've got your salt, your oil, hose pipe. Okay, see here, we've got a fish without a head. We're just going to come down the backbone here. So where you'd normally We normally go through the top side. We're going through the bottom side, underside again. Peel it open. Careful not to go through the skin at the top, because that's what's going to hold it together, okay?
Do I do Winter Todd or do I do fucking Moons? I think we'll just do some Moons tonight, fuck it.
And repeat the same. There's a...
We'll do some Mooners.
Same this side again.
I want to get this shit green logged quick as possible. So, no more diddly dallying.
Okay, it's a bit more of a surgical procedure, that, you see. So, then we'll just come up the back with the scissors. Then we got there's a beautiful butterflied sea bass, okay, so it's still together. Got the two fillets, and now we're just going to come in and take the rib cage off. All these trim you can use for stock. Sea bass is just one of those lovely, it's a treat, sea bass, you know. It's a treat to eat. It's lovely, delicate fish, like lovely flavours. The flesh is nice and firm. It holds together, and it's not like a cod where cod's kind of flaky. This is a bit more.
What world is this? $3.94.
That's why it commands such a high price. I've never actually caught. I'd love to try and catch a sea bass actually. Never caught a sea bass. I've tried a couple of times, but I'm obviously doing it at the wrong time, in the wrong place. Haven't got the knowledge yet. So this is just removing the pin bones. I'll be as delicate as possible for that. You see how we got perfect two fillets here, yeah? And that, the advantage of like taking it off the bone already is that, you know, it's going to cook quite quickly. That, you know, you'll probably cook that in about 5-6 minutes, and it's a whole fish. So that's 5-6 minutes for the main event, and it looks great. Looks great. Obviously, when you're cooking outside, gotta have a glass of wine on the go. Ooh. Job number one, done. Look, this is going to be an impressive dish. We're going to do it just simply sea bass, some courgettes. We cook them in a pan with some olive oil, some garlic. That's going to provide the garnish for the fish. Okay, just some lovely courgettes, a bit of basil, maybe some chili and garlic. So here I've got two different colours of courgettes. It's more for, you know, it's a look. It's the aesthetic of the dish. You know, we've got food you eat first with your eyes. This time of year as well, courgettes in an absolute glut. We've got lovely Italian varieties. That's a Grissina courgette, which is, you know, slightly paler skin. It's a yellow courgette. I don't know the fancy name for that one. When I cook the courgettes, I'm going to cook them in lots of olive oil. Cook with the garlic. Not looking to get any colour on them really. Just have them nicely cooked down, beautifully seasoned. What I'll do is I'll cook the garlic off first in the pan. Basically, what we're doing there is infusing the oil with all that delicious garlic and chili flavour. You know, what can you add to this if you wanted to make it a big, not so light a lunch? You could cook some potatoes. Just have them with a little bit of brown butter. One chili there. Just give it a bit of salt. I'm just going to burn that chili.
These potions that you create, they're like super combat and shit like that. Super combat.
Fish as well. So we're gonna courgettes, garlic, chili, lemon. You see that garlic's ticking away now. Slightly, you don't want to go too aggressive on the heat on the garlic. You can alternatively put the chili down there straight on the coals. That will also burn the skin nice and quickly. Wholesome shit this with the dog outside, sunshine. It's almost time for a bit of shirtless content, I think. Okay, you see how that's just ticking away? That's exactly what we want. Just to be, you know, the garlic's cooking, it's losing a bit of its moisture. Some salt in there. All we're going to do now, courgette straight in the pan.
Yeah, you don't bring your own food or supplies here. All you bring is the gear that you need to fight with.
Let that steam a little bit. Oh, the cat's coming. Doesn't know the dog's here though. Piggy cat, 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 kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty cat. We had a little fire in the restaurant, so we've been closed for the last how long have we been closed for?
Ooh.
A month. And they'll be opening again. This is Strakers. We're going to be opening again. When are we opening? In 2 weeks' time? 3 weeks' time? We're going to be opening in about a week's time, 2 weeks' time, something like that. And also in the meantime, we opened.
All right, we did that guy perfect right there. We're trying to get the perfect achievement here, boys.
Come on. Okay, right. Look, this here. Peel the skin.
All right.
Just slip off like a little Johnny. And then add those to the courgettes once they're cooked.
Let's go. That's the easiest one.
Around, you know,
Easiest one.
It's cooked, or they're cooked already. They're sort of nice and yummy. So what I'm doing here is I'm just making sure I've got an even bed of coal for where I'm going to put the fish. You know, I'm going to put the fish like here. Yeah. And the courgette's just going to simmer away at the back. Obviously, it's a hot dish. Fuck off, man. It's a hot dish, hot plate. Weirdly, the vegetables are going to take longer to cook than the fish. Yeah, this is something, you know, it's a special thing when you get a lovely bit of fish. I think this is, again, leaning into how simple fish cookery can be. You know, I think people get a little bit, sometimes people get a little bit put off by, or like, don't know how to cook fish, but it's the same as cooking any protein, really. Got to be a bit more delicate. Cook it for less time. Make sure the temperature's right on the pan or utensil you're cooking it in. Okay, so what we're gonna do.
What's that? You just gotta do everything without like taking damage to like the phases. Like each boss has 2 phases, right? That it alternates between. There's an achievement for not taking damage without like in between those phases. Only like the chip damage.
To make sure that grill is well oiled up, non-stick, yeah. Fish going on. Okay.
So this is like I just went too early. Oh.
It's going to naturally curl up, but then it's going to relax. All over the top. Also salt on the top of the fish as well. You see, I've got a nice distance. There's no like flames or fire or anything hitting that skin. It's cooking nice and slowly. It's just going to cook most of the way through. Then we'll turn it over onto a tray. Okay, that tray is about all right. Okay, so what we're going to do here on this tray.
This is the other phase. You just can't take damage during these phases.
It's just going to be a lemon. See, lemon infused
No.
oil. So we just warm that up. When we turn the fish just into the lemon oil, and it's going to cook through from the other side with the lemon oil. This is just a little, you know, that's just a little elevation station.
Oh.
Beautiful. There's multiple ways to eat
Yes.
courgette. You know, we could have grilled them all whole and
There's 2.
charred them on the outside. This I'm just looking to, just looking here to cook the courgettes so they just start to break down. They're losing that turgidness that they have because they're so packed with water. And you know, you're cooking them down, breaking down the cells of the plant, of the vegetable, and they're just becoming soft and a little bit more, you know, just relaxed. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking for them to be soft and mushy, but we're just looking for them to relax down a little bit. We've lost a bit of their moisture, just to become basically a really nice accompaniment. I'm not looking for any color on these. You know, we're highlighting.
This guy's such a good cook. He's elevated my cooking so much, bro.
It's smelling good.
This makes it so simple.
Say you can't make good food without good produce. Like you're sort of, you know, whatever you put in the pan is what you're going to get out, basically. I know there's a certain amount you can do, but you can't. If that's a farmed sea bass, there's no way having the flavour of the wild bass. You know? It's like sharpening a knife, you know, better than using a blunt knife. Or it's like having batteries for your.
This guy's stoned as fuck right now talking though. Whoa. Hold up.
See how these ones are. We've got here some basil I harvested yesterday. I left it out of the fridge. I was looking a bit tired, but harvested yesterday down by my own fair hands down at Dalesford.
Ooh.
Long rocking slices. I'm not doing that. Going through it like that. So we can get, you know, long strips. So we're not bruising the herb, we're actually slicing the herb. Okay. Chili and basil to go through these courgettes here.
Ooh.
Look how simple that looks. You know, we've got the colours. We've got yellow, red, green, dark green, white. It's just look at that colour. It's just like a. You know, you already know that's going to taste good. You just know. You know, that cooled down in the fridge, spread on a bit of toast with some whipped ricotta, grilled bread, ricotta, those courgettes. That is simplicity. You know, I'm just giving you some ideas. It's not a rule book. It's not a rule book by any means. This is just how to execute stuff simply. What? Have I looked stressed at all in this video? I'm fucking tired and I'm still having fun.
Okay, here we go.
This is the time where you spark up the ciggy, maximum chill. This is what cooking's about. You see how the fish is almost like, it's almost cooked to go to the top now. Because we've left the fish to sit here nicely, it just lifts up off the grill, you see?
No, I fucked up. I fucked up on the last little bit, bro.
Sorry. Look, we're just going to rest that up there nicely. Look, hot plate, sea bass, courgettes and basil. What's the fuss all about? Where's my ciggy gone? Plate warming, sea bass resting, courgettes just doing their own thing. Peggy chilling, Tom smoking, hot. Harry's got his top off. No, just punch in on that. If you've got people over for a barbecue, you want to be able to relax and drink and smoke, and you could have had a pasta before. And now we're just going into the main course. Secondi. Service. So we don't want to hide the fish, we're going to go courgettes first.
Bro, that's so cringe.
It's kind of like a bed of spinach, but just not spinach.
So cringe, bro. I did it so well up until that one tick, bro.
Look at those courgettes.
It's the Eclipse Moon every time, too, bro. Like, I can do the other ones perfect. It's the Eclipse Moon every time.
Just checking the seasoning, making sure we're looking good.
21 in a row without a drop now. No bueno.
The reason I'm adding the lemon onto the courgettes now is because I don't want to go and put all the lemon over the crispy skin of the bass. So just doing that here. You can do lift up from the front side, straight off there. Okay. You got all the resting juices and the lemon oil right over the top of the glistening fish. Tell me that ain't lovely. Well, I love it.
Fuck, dude, that pissed me off.
Could have a fishy. Show's over. He forgot the fucking fork.
That's so cringe.
That's it. I'm done. See how you see how all these juices are resting. So look, there'll be one little bone in the backbone. So you just want to look at that. That's beautiful. You could do a multitude of things with it. You could make a nice lemon mayonnaise in my book if you haven't bought it already, if you haven't got it.
Oh, I'm fucked that one up already. Damn.
And this is food you want to eat. Insane. Lovely heat from the chili coming through as well. I actually forgot about the chili, but it's lovely. Fish is soft. Courgettes are juicy. Oh, dappled light, eh?
I just couldn't have done that last time, man. For fuck's sakes. I guess it don't hurt to practice. Try again. Exactly. Exact diddly. We will surely fucking kill him here. What the fuck? I clicked on the wrong thing. My goodness. I think that should be good enough, actually. We'll do this run here, and then I'm gonna go do a birdhouse run, seaweed run. It's just mandatory, you know? Shiny Boy's got that number 1. So you use seaweed on a cooking range, and it gives you soda ash, and you take a bucket of sand and the soda ash, and you take it to a furnace, and that will give you molten glass. And the molten glass you can use for good crafting experience. You can also use a spell on the Lunar Spellbook. I think it's on the Lunar Spellbook. Can't really remember, to be honest, off the top of the dome. But yeah, seaweed's pretty important for Ironman. Pretty darn important. You might be able to kill him here. Oh, he's so weak. He's so weak, dude. Alrighty. Let's see.
It's a chicken. It's a chips. It's a vibe.
It's a chicken, it's a chips, it's a vibe.
Half chicken, chips, wild garlic and herb butter, lemon mayonnaise. Okay, so first up, we're gonna make the butter because that's going on the chicken. We'll do the chicken. The chips are gonna be just once boiled. We're not gonna fuck around with that thrice boiled shit. We wanna make a dinner that's quick, delicious, simple. Ooh. Yeah, attainable very quickly, like after work, lunch on the weekend. Probably more lunch on the weekend this vibe, a couple of coldies. So yeah, chicken, wild garlic butter. So wild garlic butter, very easy. Great to have this time of year. That we've got that beautiful wild garlic. Pick it up everywhere. So it's the time of the year when the buds are starting to come. And if you're a chefy chef, this is quite a nice little garnish to go over. You know, look how pretty that is. Tastes a bit like garlic.
No, I fucked up.
I'm not kissing you, Harry. What we'll do is we'll just take the end.
I already
sauce
fucked
off
up
the
this
garlic.
run, but I fucked up again.
You could infuse some oil with them, but fuck it. There's so much around. So all these ones we're not going to blend up. We're going to save those and use them as a garnish. Sort of grows in shady woodland near water. Keep an eye out for it. It's literally carpets of it around everywhere.
Ooh, look at the movement.
Picked some the other day.
No, fuck. I was schmooving right there.
From the shop. Did you pick this from Delphi? Did you? Well done. I know exactly where it came from then. It came from the woods down by the church. Grown with ash of human. We'll do the same here. So we got the garlic, which is picked. It's like a classic garlic and herb butter, but as well as the parsley, we're using wild garlic, so it's going to be super vibrant. We'll put a little bit of extra garlic in there as well. This is salted butter. This also comes straight from this fridge. All things butter. 2, 3. It's a little bit hard, so I just melted a little bit of butter down just so we get it, blend it up properly. In goes the wild garlic.
Fucking chill. I'll just eat this food and chill. I don't need to fight.
Just on top, 1 clove of raw garlic. Because if it's a garlic butter, wild garlic butter, it's got to be garlicky, hasn't it? If it ain't garlicky, then we don't want it. Okay. Some garlic. And we go the zest of 1 lemon. Okay, and then we go juice of 1 lemon as well. No pips in this lemon. A pipless lemon. We love a pipless lemon. Okay, that's all in there. The lid goes on. Here we go now. Chopsy, chopsy. Chopsy, chopsy.
I'm calling a drop right here, right now. Eclipse chest plate right here, right now.
Magic makes practice. Don't put your hand in there, Harry. Because it's salted butter, not too much salt required.
Yeah.
Add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pep in there.
Damn.
Next thing first. Okay, right, so that's that. That's beautifully blended green butter. Yeah? It's gonna make everyone fucking get horny for the butter. And that will last in your fridge for a few weeks, mate. Doesn't last in my fridge for long. Nice little garlic bread. Wild garlic bread. It's a great addition. Like, not only does it add lovely flavour, it looks beautiful as well. Okay, I suppose next thing's next. The potatoes part of the episode, which is, okay, so we've got to peel the potatoes. You don't have to peel the potatoes, but I'm going to peel the potatoes. Okay, and it's only for me, so I don't need to make too many. Me and Harry. It's a great little dish for the week, you know, for the weekend if you want to get outside in the garden and start prepping up some stuff. A lot of people want to know what the setup is out here. So I got this old ropey table which has got a drawer.
No, you gotta collect it every time.
This little infill table, an induction hob. Sometimes it's a gas hob, sometimes induction, sometimes a barbecue. We've got a barbecue, a gosney, and just some pans and shit. We're nice and compact. We've got our workstation. We've got our cooking. 3 different types of cooking up here, so we can basically do anything. Okay, so we're gonna do relatively large chips, I think. So that's probably into 3, 1, 3, in half. Just make sure they're even size. 1, 2. Shut it down a little bit. Okay. Straight into the water. Salty water. Okay, right now, the chicken. Half a chicken, wild garlic butter, okay? You can do it in your oven at home, but I don't have the oven out. I'm doing it in this oven, okay? Ooh, a corn fedder. Okay. Okay, straight down the backbone, through the leg, and then we'll go again.
All right, we did that very well.
Can use scissors for this. Just had to get through that joint with the leg.
Oh.
So there we go. Looks a bit savage, but that's the backbone. And then I'm just doing half a chicken. So you can use a bread knife to get through the backbone. That can be quite handy sometimes. You can also use a pair of scissors, probably even better. Okay, so I'm just taking the wing off. So now we've got, I will also just whip that wishbone out here. So when we come to carve it, it'll be nice and easy. So that's that side of the wishbone.
Come on, bro. He's 1
So look, we
HP.
ended up with
Don't do
half a
this.
chicken, no wishbone. Then all we're doing, taking this wild garlic butter, really just slap
Don't do it.
Painting with butter, you see. Okay, obviously this is going to melt straight off, and it's going to go all over the tray, and then we'll just baste it. So this obviously looks great, picture perfect. That's a half buttered chicken, not in the classic sense. All we do now, in the oven, okay? In here, we've got the flame on reasonably low. It's going to take about 30 minutes, okay?
Okay, if I can fucking do the blue moon here without like getting hit on like his phases or whatever, I'll definitely be able to.
Always cook your meat.
I'll definitely be able to do blood moon. Blood moons will like easy.
I'm going to turn it over. I'm just going to give
Easy,
them
easy.
some garlic butter on the underside. Okay, let's check these chippies. So it's only twice cooked. We want to make sure they're very well cooked. So pretty much there now. Just leave those to dry off. Look, steam off. Look, so you've got a little bit of cooking on the underside. Hot. Let's put more garlic on the top. Garlic on the skin side, look. Because we're cooking on a low heat, we're giving it a nice chance to cook through. No one likes raw chicken, I don't think. Today, we literally signed the deal for New York. Today. Finally getting the keys. We got the site, we got the site. Who's got the site? We've got the site. Up the Arsenal. Right, I'm gonna use this potato as a just level it up a bit. See, look, we're now getting somewhere. Coloration station. There's obviously fucking water in that oil bottle. Someone's trying to sabotage me. Is it you, Harry? Give them a little roughing them up a bit. Roughing them up a bit. Like you would your roast potatoes for your roast lamb. Easter, get them in there. Get them in there. Okay, downstairs they seem to be having a rave before service. It's just going doof, doof, doof. So look what we can do here. It's just 48, so we're going to take it to 60 and then rest it. Not a million miles away. You know, you've got to give it some love. You see how I'm taking real care of this, Harry. You've got to give it a bit of love, you know. So we're going to finish those potatoes with a bit of rosemary. Do you see how where we broke it up, how there's those little edges which are all crinkly and nice. Right, so we get the rosemary ready for the potatoes, which will be Just like that. We'll chop it
Wait
up.
for this phase.
A little rosemary salt at the end. Okay, right. Rosemary in there. Touch of salt.
I was
Little
went a
rosemary
little
salt
early.
for vibes. I'm just gonna give it a nice little burnt lemon for the plate. So what we can do here is just take out some of these buds, get some nice garnish for the plate. So that we got all these lovely little flower garnish now. The last thing that remains for us to do, take the chips out of the oil.
I going too early right there.
Season them up.
Fuck.
Rosemary, all that lovely essential oil from the rosemary. We've got a nice hot plate. And this is something I would suggest that you just serve. Depends what size chicken you want, how hungry you are. Half a chicken. Some lovely chips. Touch more rosemary salt on the plate. Pour over all this lovely garlic butter. Over here. Polish that off with some fresh mayonnaise. You might
Kill this fucking goober. There we go.
Another lick of the rosemary. Touch of oil. Just for vibes. And that's something that I would cook for myself on the weekend. Something that I highly recommend you cook for yourself.
I looked super good. I haven't ate dinner. Oh, that looks so good. It's got a defense level. Sick. We're getting kind of fucked right now for drops, one gentlemen. I fucked up already. Whatever, we can afford to be careless now. No. I'm ripping a fucking toke after this kill here. Well earned, I feel. No, for fuck's sakes. It's not what I wanted, mate. Blimey. Your neighbors are throwing a party. Should you call the cops? I mean, I wouldn't. I ain't no rat. But that's up to you. If they're like disturbing your kid. I mean, yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do. They have been starting shit with me like today. It's a bunch of punks. True. I mean, you do your thing. 2 weeks ago, too, I'm trying to fight your dad. Your dad should just knock him the fuck out, clean cold. Assert dominance when dominance needs to be asserted, you know? Not even joking. They wouldn't have fucked with you anymore. Swear to God. Alright, after this, I gotta throw in a couple things of fucking salmon. They got railed for like selling, rated for selling tweak like a month ago. Just the wife getting fucked by tweakers. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. Just fucking, if they're partying and they're annoying, you just call the police. Like, who fucking cares? I mean, that's up to you. I don't know. Me personally, I wouldn't fucking. I'd just wait till they do something that pisses me off, and I'd get them to engage me in a fight, and I'd kick their fucking ass. Self-defense, you know. Problem solved. So that's what I just gotta do, is I just gotta go up in those corners. And this. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't even know why I'm moving. Do your thing, Jay. You gotta think about it like this too. If the cops sit there and say, "Oh, your neighbor called the fucking police on you because you're being too loud," it's just gonna create more problems for you, right? That's all I'm saying. I don't want to be watching the fucking murder documentary of Jay from his fucking crazy ass neighbor. But yo, I used to play video games with that motherfucker. He was a beast at Apex. Drink a perk, Midnight Booty. I have Drink a perk. If you see him. We got a world record on COD Zombies, and that was the requirement. Was the requirement. Shit. Shit. So you're telling me fist fight? No. I'm not saying you go out and deliberately fight them. I'm saying you provoke them to fight you so you can kick their fucking ass. You know what I mean? You don't want to be the one that starts the confrontation. You just want to be the one that defends yourself with every God-given right toward that you have. Oh, I'm not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do. Like that old man, you know what I'm saying? Here, I'll show you the video after this. Like this right here, brother.
Walking down the fucking sidewalk. Come on.
Once he hits you, bro, it's fair game, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, years ago. Well, I didn't make them, but buddies and shit, for sure. My buddies made them, and they had them for a long time, and I used to, like, stream COD Zombies Midnight Booty, and I'd have, like, hundreds of viewers. So he gave me these perk bottles to go on my desk in the background that he made. He made them. My buddy Eric. Shout out Eric. You want to know what it's made with? It's paint. So you know what I was drinking? I was drinking paint. I almost died when I drank that shit. Oh shit. No shot, eh? Interesting. Thought the name looked familiar. Midnight Booty. I wonder if that guy even streams still, Dylan. I wonder. I wonder. Damn. That internet theory. The dodge weave, run back forth. How is that not hitting me there? That's crazy. It makes no sense. How that wasn't hitting me. Like I should have been getting hit. I was intentionally running super far out. Son of a bitch. Bro, what am I doing? Hey, give me that lizard boy. I'm gonna go throw my fish in the oven. I'll be back. I should probably grab another pot. $73 defense though. We'll take that. We'll take that. We're back, baby. Fucking internet's so shit tonight. Thank God I wasn't in the boss. Not too early. Yeah. Wasn't really paying attention. Unfortunate. I just baited that kid. He trusted me too much. That was funny. It won't let me move. I clicked. I promise you. Am I going to get a drop? That's the question. Negative. Womp womp. Well, I'm gonna go do a bird hose run, I think. Forgot the fucking thing. Under the sea. One weekend, I'm just gonna have to sit there and focus on just doing straight crafting, bro, because I have like 6,000 buckets of sand. How much? 34. Damn. Let's go, baby. Elk duds. Alright. Let's see here. I think, oh man, I want to go do winter todd so bad, but I'm not going to. Like, not tonight. It's already 2 a.m. Do an hour of it. I could, but what to do, what to do. We could just go back to moons. That's it. Boom, settled. I'll be right back, gentlemen. Is this the warp sign? Yeah. The cute little quest.
This is such an
We're making bolognese, ragu alla bolognese, from the region of Bologna in the north of Italy. It's a meat ragu packed with all these lovely vegetables, so mirepoix, carrot, onion, celery, leek, garlic, then tomato paste, tomatoes, red wine, bay leaf, rosemary, thyme, veal beef and pork mince. We're making our own pasta, so we'll make a pappardelle, very good with the ragu. Very good, nice and thick, big fat ribbons. So we're gonna make the fresh pasta in the food processor. Lots of eggs, flour, that's it. Eggs, flour, and that's it. Egg, flour, and that's it. And then we'll cook the ragu, cook the pasta, do a little playing around, and then that's it. Obviously, we'll finish it off with some Parmesan cheese. So we need yolks. We need 11 yolks. Lina. There's no left. Sometimes it's good to make it, sometimes it's good to just buy the dry stuff. Sometimes dry stuff is actually better for the dish you're making. But I find pasta such a good vehicle, it's a pleasure giver. If you are sad, it makes you feel happy. And if you are happy, it makes you feel tired. Okay, so pasta goes in. Flour goes in, sorry. Pasta doesn't go in. Lid on. Okay. Press run. Run that machine. A little bit of olive oil in with these eggs. Just a touch. I'm just gonna pour it straight in there. You can chop it together by hand, but it's easier like this. Let's see, come into a crumb, but when you squeeze it together, nice dough. Bring it all together. Excuse that, lads. We got a few builders in the garden. In the front garden. Having a bit of a paving done in the front garden. So we're making pasta bolognese. Because it's been chopped in the machine, it's kind of had its work already. So you just need to bring it together, wrap it into cling film. We've got a nice dry-ish dough here. Say if you're making ravioli, you may want to have it slightly less stiff for ravioli, so you can stretch it around your filling. Okay, so make this pasta together, give it a little wrap in cling film, straight in the fridge, just so it's not drying out with the air. Right, let's clean up your board. Okay, so now we're gonna make the sauce. We're gonna make the sauce bolognese, so we've got veal, beef, and pork mince, okay? Veal, beef, pork, baby cow, big cow, normal pig. Fatty, stronger meat, lighter meat, okay? So it gives a whole well-rounded profile. So we've got fat, strength.
Why do I keep taking herbal shit, bro?
Strength and honor, baby.
All night.
Cooking the meat, we want to get good color on it. We'll use all the fat that it's been cooking in to then cook the vegetables down. So first up, meat in, nice and hot. Get that all nice and hot. Nice and hot boil. Okay, so we got. Fuck, I'm just gonna color it all in one go. Because I'm a legend. What we would do at this stage is season the mince. Big crystal, rockaroo. So that just needs to tick over. We've got pepper in there. Black pepper and salt. 1 leek. That was just a prop. No need 2 leek. 2 sticks of celery. 2 onions, 2 carrots, some garlic, and that's everything. We're just gonna do everything in a similar sized dice, okay? 5 cloves of garlic. So we'll deal with the carrots first, and the garlic. The carrot's probably the most annoying one to. Oh, why am I using the top? To to dice. So what I'll do is always just take off the end and then release it as flat, so it's easy to then work with. Spin it around like that. So we're just looking to make little tiny cubes. Something's going to cook down nicely with the rest of the veggies and hopefully disappear into the sauce. By no means has to be perfect. That's what we're looking for. That's sizzling. Coming along. That Maillard reaction. Bottom of the pan, where the meat juices are caramelizing. That's the flavor, lads. So this is done. Nice brown meat. So we just do a nice dice of onion. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a nice even size, nice and small. I mean, it's one of the first things you sort of learn. I reckon you learn to cook as a human being is bolognese. One of the very first things, I reckon. You know, everyone who goes off to university, they're making fucking bolognese, I reckon. Definitely one of the first things I was interested in learning how to cook. My mum always made a banging bolognese. It's something I always look forward to. You know, you have those nostalgic moments. Came home from school. Fucking hell, that just made me cry. Reminiscing about school. Yeah, we went home from school and my friend Guy, he stepped on the dog. Big steaming, we'd been at school, shit food. Big steaming plate of bolognese. Steps on the dog. Dog makes a massive yelp. He bends down to say sorry to the dog, but angles his plate. Bolognese on the floor. Dog very happy. No, bolognese definitely.
I lagged out. Sick, dude.
Leek, definitely the best one. Definitely kills celery.
I'm definitely dead.
And that leaves me to marry the leek. Many layers to the leek. Hardy. Beautiful. Strong. Grounded. Dangerous bit of kit, those carrots. It's going to go in. Touch more oil. Bit of butter in there. 75 gram maybe. Veggies in. Doesn't they look beautiful? To get them going a bit quicker, I always like to put the lid on. Just get them softening down quicker. We want them to cook until they're nice and sweet. Garlic, we will add when they're softened down. 15 minutes or so. You want to make sure there's enough oil in there so they don't just burn on the bottom of the pan. That oil is helping transfer the heat from the pan to the whole of to all those diced vegetables. You know, you want lots of oil in there. I don't just add oil for fun. Burnt vegetables or more calories? I know what I'm choosing. Such a good way. Wonder how many calories you actually burn making bolognese. It's quite exhausting. Peggy coming on a road trip with us later.
R.I.P.
The dog's obsessed with food. Oh, obsessed, aren't you, Peg? Obsessed. Okay, so these vegetables are cooking, slowly releasing all those sugars. It's going to add a nice sweetness to the sauce. All this lovely caramelization from the meat is coming off. Cook that off in the sauce, in the veggies. So garlic, tomato paste, then we'll add the wine, reduce that down, and then the tomatoes. And then the meat stock. 1 litre. Bouquet garni, so we'll make it with the outside of a leek. Look. So I peel like 3 layers of this leek off. Okay, so inside we have got rosemary, sage, bay leaf, thyme. Okay, so I'm going to tie that up like this. Still infused into the sauce, but it will allow me just to lift it out. So what we can do here, so we'll add in the garlic, tablespoon of tomato paste. Now it's time. We put the meat back in. The first time they meet each other. You can already tell this is going to be a good bolognese. The colour we've got on the meat, the veggies being cooked nice and soft. Now we're on for the lubrication station. Now it's about layering the flavours. At this stage, when the wine's in reducing, we can add in our little cigar of herbs. The wine is pretty much reduced out of there. So that's our time to add in tomato. This great brand, Antonella. Okay. Nice plum tomatoes. 2 cans. Got a lovely rich colour already, haven't we?
It looks so good.
Break up those tomatoes. This is chicken stock, but you can add beef stock. Touch of sugar. So that now is going to cook gently until we have our ragu. In the meantime, we're going to make pappardelle. Start to roll this out. I've got a KitchenAid machine here which does the business. So what we're going to do, chuck it through this machine. And then I'm going to fold it back on top of each other just give it some strength. I'm going to make it as wide as that machine. Okay. These machines, don't underestimate these machines. We did some pop-ups in Marylebone during lockdown. Beef ragu with pappardelle. And we made 500 portions of pappardelle out of using a couple of these machines. Don't want to be too thin now, eh? Just gonna give it a little. Make sure you've got this fine semolina, helps it not stick together. Okay, look, and now you have all these lovely sheets. So what I'm gonna do is just split it down half and half, okay? Roll it so in half and then again. So we've got
A big fucking noodle, dude. What the hell?
Let's just check the seasoning. Okay. It smells amazing.
Alright,
See how much it's reduced down. You can also take out this this chappy. Okay, so season up the water. Fresh pasta. Couple of minutes. You don't want any of these sticking together or nothing like that. Okay. A bit of butter in this pan. Okay. Half that. And a good amount of the sauce. So 1 nice spoon of the sauce. Go straight in with the pasta.
Oop.
Sauce is hot.
Didn't mean to do that.
Bit of butter in there.
My goodness, what's going on?
All we're going to do. Encourage that to become a nice homogeneous sauce, okay? Remember, hot bowl. A little bit of basil, shred it in, nice and fresh. See, we've got that lovely homogeneous sauce wrapping the edge of the pasta. Butter and parmesan at the end. Just give that super rich.
Those noodles are too big, bro. What the fuck?
And that is it. A big mound. Delle ragu. Pappardelle bolognese. You know, sometimes it looks like there's not that much sauce in there, but it's all wrapped around. It's perfectly wrapped around. See how every bit of pasta has like a lovely sauce on it. But it's a nice recipe, something that you can take the time doing. People will understand. The process, the energy.
No, son of a mother fuck.
Make this one of your kids' memorable dishes. Whether you're at university and hanging out your fucking ass,
Because sat in an idyllic country cottage.
Bro. The freeze frame I had of that guy right there was great. No. I'll pick those bones back, actually, and I'll just bury those. And if I do, do the mind if I do, shit.
Hey, what up, you guys? A brand new cookies device, fresh out R&D. Let me break it down for you. First, we gave you guys a dual chamber, allow people to go back and forth between two different flavors. Then we gave you guys a V2. V2 allows you guys to hit two different flavors at the same damn time. Then we brought you guys the 3XL. This thing right here goes crazy. It's like a little baby dab, like a baby bong rip in your pocket. This thing is out right now and going crazy, especially the fucking rosin ones. They're insane. But this device right here, this device has some dope ass functions. On this device right here, we have 3 different chambers, okay? You can go ahead and pull from all 3 at the same time. This flavor, this flavor, this flavor, these 2, these 2, these 2, or all 3. For the people out there that love flavors, that love to kind of mix and match, this is your fucking dream come true. Connoisseur shit at its finest. Another cool feature on this device is you could take a 30-second rip. Most devices on the market, you only take about 6 to 8 seconds. This one right here, you can pull from 1, 2 different flavors or all 3 at the same damn time for 30 seconds without burning out your terps. The new coils that we have in this device right here allows you guys to take longer rips without burning out anything. Shout out to the new technology from Cookies. Alright, you guys, another cool function on this device right here is the high score. So if I hit it for 10 seconds, it will display 10 seconds. If I pass it to homie, hits it for 20 seconds, it will show 20 seconds. It's kind of like a stopwatch. So for those out there with lungs, you guys can flex. Look, this brand new, probably dropping in December. Look forward to bringing this to market. I love the fact that I can...
Crazy. Fucking retarded, bro. That's fucked. Get me in that hunter guild, bro. Get me. Oh, I should have just hit the thing, bro. What am I doing? A caramba. I actually hit the. That's right. I hit the fairy ring. That's why. That's why. Bottom. Sure. Orange Sally, eh? Orange Sally's. What do I get? Hunter's Spear Tips. This is the dumbest shit I've seen. Drop. I don't even want those. T-clogs, sick. Small fishing net, take 5, sure. Five. Take this. We'll take one of these. Three rumors. Let's go. SOB, man. SOB. I think it would just make more sense just to set up the 3 over here, wouldn't it? The 3 right there, the 4 right there. Makes way more sense over there. Yeah, it's fucking lizard. Yo, Sean, appreciate you, brother. You have a good night. Stay safe out there, dude. Catch you later, buddy. Okay. Okay, we got what we came for. Well, that's good. Dismantle. This quest. Start questing. Alright, on the weekend. Quest my balls off.
The 2021 Major League Baseball season had one of the weirdest scandals in the history of the sport, and it was because of pitchers cheating over the past 50 years. Pitchers blamed the league office for injuries, dropped their pants in the middle of the diamond, screamed at opposing managers, and even found new ways to get suspended, all while having the lowest opponent batting average since 1968. And it's all because of this stuff right here, which Trevor Bauer said gives a bigger advantage than steroids. Now, before that other stuff, I need to address what this spider tack stuff actually is, and it's a sticky substance that people use to lift up extremely heavy rocks in other sports.
Have you ever used spider tack while pitching?
I don't know. I don't know if I don't quite know how to answer that, to be honest.
Now, the reason why this stuff is bad is because it's against the rules of MLB, mainly because it gives the pitcher an unfair advantage over the hitter, resulting in less offense, and that's never what baseball actually wants. The reason why this stuff is so effective is because of a term called spin rate. For those of you that are unaware of what spin rate is, it's just how many times a baseball spins in the span of a minute, and the general rule of thumb is, the higher this is, the harder it is to hit a baseball. In May of 2021, before MLB decided it was time to step in, league-wide spin rate was at an all-time high due to sticky stuff. Doctoring the baseball is a practice that is actually one of the oldest ways of cheating in the book. The spitball was banned in MLB over 100 years ago. Not only did pitchers literally spit on the baseball to make balls move in funny ways, but they would also scuff up a baseball with whatever they could. Joe Niekro, a former pitcher for the Minnesota Twins, even brought a nail file onto the mound to scuff the balls to get that extra movement. However, this sticky substance was fairly new, at least popularized within the past 15 years before the crackdown in 2021. One of the biggest players in making sticky stuff mainstream was a former Angels clubhouse manager named Bubba Harkins. Harkins learned about pitcher grip enhancers from legendary closer Troy Percival during his stint with the Angels, and eventually Harkins was being asked from players all over the league to make them a batch of the sticky stuff. In 2019, Garrett Cole wanted some of Harkins' magic, so he texted him a little bit like a middle schooler saying, "Subscribe to Pesky Talk and like the video because this is a great channel." Just kidding, but still do it. He actually said, "Hey Bubba, it's Garrett Cole. I was wondering if you could help me out with this sticky situation. The stuff I had last year seizes up when it gets cold. Can you come up with, or do you have a mix that will play better in cold weather?" This one text alone gives us two incredible pieces of information about the scandal. The first being Cole was at least using sticky stuff since 2018, and second, it was known that Bubba Harkins was the Major League Baseball foreign substance expert. However, after 31 seasons as Angels clubhouse manager, he was fired in March of 2020 for his involvement in sticky stuff. Before the change came about, however, one of the most controversial figures in the sport made his stance well known about the subject. Trevor Bauer hated sticky stuff, and in 2019 he tweeted, "In 6 years of testing, I haven't found anything that increases spin naturally besides throwing harder. If you want to cheat, then get Pelican bat wax. It's been shown to increase spin 300 RPM in a game even with decreased velocity." Bauer also said in an interview that he suspects over 70% of pitchers are using some form of sticky stuff at the MLB level. This was alarming because if Bauer was right, it would mean that hundreds of pitchers across Major League Baseball were all cheating every time they stepped on the mound. In 2019, Bauer claimed that if he were to use sticky stuff, he'd win a Cy Young Award, but refused because of his morals. However, his morals must have caved later that offseason because by 2020, his spin rate had increased by almost 250 rotations per minute, and if you take the information that he tweeted just a few months prior, you'd know that this increase in spin rate was due to foreign substances. Okay, so the spin rate increased, but how did that affect Trevor Bauer's performance in terms of runs allowed? Oh, he won that Cy Young he said he'd win the offseason before, with a 1.73 ERA compared to a 4.48 the season before. Okay, maybe this stuff is pretty effective. With Bauer officially breaking down the walls of MLB's rulebook and literally forcing their hand after his 2020 dominance, it's finally time to talk about 2021, where everything changed for sticky substances. Major League Baseball decided to go about this entire thing in the single worst way possible, by pretending like they cared in spring training and then jump scaring everyone involved by seriously enforcing the issue starting in the middle of the season. Truly, this was the worst way they could have done this. They had made a light memo at the end of March saying how they were going to track spin rate on baseballs from StatCast and whatever, none of it mattered, but in June, they immediately went full force on keeping foreign substances out. A few days after the ban, a couple of pitchers got injured, including Rays pitcher Tyler Glasnow in his first start after the crackdown. He blamed his injury on having to grip the ball harder to get the control that he'd lost while not being allowed to use his sticky stuff.
100% believe that contributed to me getting hurt, no doubt. And before that start, I remember when all this stuff came out, I was talking to people and talking to doctors, and they were like, the thing that maybe MLB doesn't realize or that players don't realize is like, what is the prevention of, like, maybe it'll add to injuries. And in my mind, I was like, that sounds dumb. That sounds like an excuse a player would use to make sure he can use sticky stuff. But I threw to the Nationals. I woke up the next day and was like, I am sore in places that I didn't even know I had muscles in.
Glasnow brought up a few important points with this quote, with the main one being the injury concern from doctors, and if it actually contributed at all to his injury. The unfortunate part, however, is that injuries are complicated, and also pretty random for the most part. There are many factors that can lead to an uptick in injuries for major leaguers, whether it be throwing harder, different pitches, pitches, or even amount thrown, these can all factor into an increase in injuries. Along with that, in 2023, there was also the issue of another new change in the pitch clock. Since the crackdown of sticky stuff, overall there has been a decrease in pitching injuries compared to the 2020 season and earlier. Take the beginning of the 2021 season, for example. There were 7 Tommy John surgeries in just the first 2 months of that season alone. In 2023, there were 7 total. These charts also show there haven't been much of a jump in injuries for pitchers the month after the sticky stuff ban. And even with foreign substances, the injury rate was already at an all-time high. I think it's fairly safe to say that maybe Glasnow's injury, which did lead to Tommy John, may have been from losing grip. However, he's more of an outlier than a trend. Injuries weren't the only thing that bothered pitchers at all. The way of checking for substances made the pitchers even more upset. At the very beginning, pitchers were having their fingers checked almost every other inning to make sure that there was no substance on their fingers. And when this first started happening, pitchers hated it. This led to a good amount of extremely silly interactions where pitchers just turned into a child for a few seconds. No one exemplified this more than Sergio Romo, who literally untied his belt and pulled down his pants because he was so bothered with a substance check. Max Scherzer probably hated the checks more than any other pitcher, and this was because of an opposing team's manager for the most part. On June 22nd, less than 20 days after the substances were banned, baseball was blessed with probably the greatest outburst in the history of checks. Scherzer was checked once early in the game, which was standard for the time. Then, Phillies manager Joe Girardi requested another check after a strikeout on Alec Bohm. Scherzer complied, but was obviously extremely bothered by the check. But that was just the beginning of the issues. The next inning, Scherzer had a clean inning, and while walking off the mound to his dugout, he stared daggers at Girardi. Girardi obviously got extremely offended that Scherzer was bothered by the checks and ran out of the dugout to attempt to confront the player. Scherzer just walked into the dugout and took off his hat and glove to ask the umpire if he should be checked for a 4th time. There were a few other moments that were just ridiculously awkward involving these checks, like a year later when James Karinchak had his hair checked for substances. In the umpire's defense, he was going to his hair before almost every single pitch, but the amount of time it took for him to check was absolutely insane, and he never even got ejected, meaning the umpire found nothing other than sweat in his hair. Another extremely weird situation happened a month later when Joe Musgrove had shiny ears, so the Mets decided to ask the umpire to check his ear to see if it was due to sticky stuff. The umpire then had to go over and massage Musgrove's ear, and it was found that he did not have substances on his ear. Maybe the most insane check happened
That's
in
fucking weird as hell.
where Madison Bumgarner was stared down aggressively while the umpires rubbed his fingers for way too long. This led to Bumgarner getting pissed off and eventually ejected. It's safe to say that pitchers hated these checks, but so far I've basically only mentioned the moments that are more funny rather than actually problematic for the sport. But how have these rules actually been followed? Pretty well, actually, at least at first. There have been a handful of players who have been suspended due to umpire checks finding sticky stuff on the pitcher's fingers, the first of which was Mariners pitcher Hector Santiago. Since then, Robert Suarez of the Padres was also suspended. One of the players who originally hated the substance checks, who was also talked about heavily earlier in this video, also got suspended for sticky substances, and that was Max Scherzer. Scherzer was very upset and claimed that the stickiness was caused due to sweat and rosin, which according to the rules is actually legal. Well, unless the umpires declare that the hand is too sticky, which I don't really know how you can justify too sticky or not too sticky, but they try anyway. Yankees pitcher Domingo Germán has also had 2 different encounters with sticky stuff, the first being in April of 2023, where the umpires allowed him to go and wash his hands before coming back out to pitch, and then the second just 1 month later, where he was ejected and suspended as the umpire called his hands the stickiest he had ever felt. Manager Aaron Boone mentioned how difficult it is to draw the line in what is too sticky and what isn't in his post-game comments. Apart from the logistics not really working out in terms of rosin and sweat getting too sticky, I think that the foreign substance crackdown was overall a great thing for the sport. Offense is doing better, hit by pitch rate isn't too much higher, there have been very few suspensions, and even though spin rate is slowly climbing back up, I think the results have been a success.
Yeah, this kid's over here chasing butterflies. I thought it was the bot. What the fuck?
We're making butter chicken. Who invented it? It's my dish. Apparently called Moog Macadamia until some restaurant called Gaylord changed the name to butter chicken. Apparently. Anyway, history lesson over. Banging dishes. You know, full on flavour, warmth, not too spicy, please. Marinated boned out chicken legs. You can just use the chicken thighs. I got the whole chicken, took the legs off, 2 chickens. I've made a stock with the wings, backbone, and I'm poaching actually the crown in there at the moment. So that is going to be for my daughter's packed lunch throughout the week. Saxon hens they're called. 90 days minimum, live outside, free range. A chicken that's been grown slowly, properly, meets a luxury. Buy proper chicken, buy proper chicken. I didn't have any ghee in my cupboard, so I'm just making it slowly. We don't want to burn the butter, we don't want to burn the milk solids, but we just want to boil off the buttermilk that's left in there, and also skim off these milk solids. Look, there's the clarified butter. Ghee. No milk solids, so we can cook it at a higher temperature. So it doesn't burn. Marinade, we've got garam masala, cumin, coriander, turmeric. It's basically doubling up of what we've got already from the sauce as well. Teaspoon of each, teaspoon of everything. Just toasting it to get the fragrance in there, okay? So we're gonna go yogurt.
Yogurt?
Garlic. It's easy just to microwave these. Into the yogurt. 1 small knob of ginger. Thumb or knob or whatever you want. If you don't like saying the word knob. Ginger. Lovely. Yogurt marinade. This chicken can go in for one day. The acid in the yogurt is going to help to tenderize this meat. Tenderize it. So we're gonna give it a nice char on the barbecue. Skin on. Chili, ginger, garlic paste. One of the foundations of curry. My first ever job was at the Dorchester room service restaurant. They had a butter chicken on, I think. They make this onion gravy. There's a chef called Gurav. He showed me the ways of the onion gravy for the butter chicken. So it's a little nod to Gurav. Okay, chili, ginger, garlic paste. That is ginger, chili, garlic, you know. That's two bulbs of garlic. Good fuckload of ginger. I don't know, 5 or 6 chilies. I can't remember how many it is. Oil for blending. Lots of onions in the sauce, three reasonably large onions. Gonna cook these onions down in the ghee. This sauce is blended, so you want to just cut the onions evenly. Just take the root off, like that. Take your aggression out on the onion. Just cut them up. Take the 5 tomatoes, not too tomatoey this. In the pan. This sounds like all clear. These onions will take some salt now. So we're going to cook these down and we're going to get a bit of colour on them quickly. So that's going to take maybe 10 minutes. Pan on. Got our spices. We've got cinnamon, bay leaf, we've got some whole chilies, black peppercorns, fennel seeds, coriander seeds, a couple of star anise, okay? Those will take a few more minutes than those. Okay, so you've got the same setup. Curry powder, garam masala, chili powder, cumin, coriander powder, and some turmeric, okay? Smelling lovely and aromatic. The onions are cooked, nice and dark. Yeah, we want that nice and dark. Going in with some chili ginger garlic paste. And then we're going in with all the spices. All the spices, everything in there, okay? Tomatoes, okay? Sweetness, sugar, cashew nuts, they're also sweet, okay? That's what's gonna help give us that really delicious, creamy sauce, okay? Looks pretty wank right now, but it will be delicious. Some fresh chicken stock. Okay, we're gonna cook this sauce down. You know, 30, 40, 50. Okay, so we've got some washed rice here. This is consistent every time. Rice cooker, if you've not got one, I would get one. Cinnamon stick, cumin seeds, a couple of fennel seeds, bay leaves, bit of salt, bish bosh bash. Right, chicken out of the marinade is beautifully marinated. Okay. We still want some of that yogurt on there. Still want some of that yogurt on there. Hey, Luna. Chicken on, skin side down. Close the bottom here, stop the airflow coming in, so it stops the coal being so hot and the chicken burning instantaneously. Close the lid, put the lid on. So all the fat dripping down from the chicken skin, it won't light on fire. And it will also slow the coals down so the chicken can get cooked, it will cook all the way through and get crispy. So it's going to get crispy, juicy, be cooked all the way through and not burn. Fucking fantastico. Look at that. This is going to give lovely smokiness, charcoal flavour to the chicken from the outside. This sauce has been cooking now for a little under an hour. So we're going to take some of these hard spices out. It smells amazing. So what's going to happen here is we're going to blend it so it's really smooth. Should you see some of those like floaty boys around? We'll whip them out. Going to change colour. It's going to get lighter because of the cashew nuts in there. We're blending it. We're going to put some double cream in there as well. Look at that. So I like to break up the chicken. It's not like massive, you know, you can always take that natural line. Back on the heat. The curry is ready. It's bubbling. It's bubbling. Rice is ready. Bowl is ready. Hot bowl. Oh. So what we're going to do is a hand bowl of rice. So I like to do the half-half kind of situation. You know, when you're taking care over the process, you care about how you eat it, how it looks. A little bit of artistry every day. finish it with a little bit of cream. Where's my cream gone? Mm. This chicken's deliciously tender. Grilled perfection. Like it's perfect rice. I love the little notes of cumin and fennel. It's absolutely knock out. What do you want to make the curry for? You want Saturday night? Footy? Beers? Get the lads over? Hen-dos? It's a great dinner party. You can get it all ready. Get it in advance. Super nice. What you want when people arrive is that your food is ready. So you can be there to host, bringing the heat, getting the music ready, drinks. This is on the table, 2 minutes. Just heat it up, bomb. Sauce is creamy, the chicken's juicy. Thank you, Gurav. Favorite of mine for a while.
Hey, when you look at that.
Enjoy it.
Let's go.
Thanks for watching.
Right at the end of the video. Bang. Red Chen Chomper, eh? Excuse me. Don't have a seed dibber? Fuck. All right, gentlemen, I'm going to bed. Appreciate the support tonight. The streams are growing rapidly. It's nice to see you. I appreciate everyone. Y'all are some legends. Have a good night. Stay safe. See you next time, Paul. I'll catch you later, buddy. I'll catch you tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I don't know what I'll be doing. I might just take a night off of Perilous Moons and do some questing or something. We'll see. We'll see. Catch you later, though, bud. You have a good night. Stay safe out there.